Today's episode of Dungeon Crawlers Radio is brought to you by Gamers Inn, your one-stop location for all your gaming needs. Located in Lehigh City, Utah, their fun and friendly staff will be more than happy to answer any of your gaming needs. Just remember, Gamers Inn, it's where adventures begin.
Time to power up.
Autobots, roll out.
Broadcasting live from the DCR studio.
Oh, yeah!
The Geek Revolution starts here.
Excellent!
Get ready for the #1 hit geek radio show out there.
Well, it is impressive, isn't it?
Because it's time for Dungeon Crawlers Radio.
Let's get ready to rumble!
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for.
All right, everyone, welcome to another episode of Dungeon Crawlers, where apparently everyone's giggling.
And we are going to try. We are going to try not to talk over each other. It's very difficult because there's 6 of us.
There is.
All over the table.
We did a
so
good
we'll have
job
2
last
conversations
episode.
going at the same
Wait,
time.
what's everyone talking about?
Look at this. We have a problem in here already.
That are going on.
Want to know what? I can solve this really quickly.
Oh, yeah.
I'll just turn every microphone off.
We're just going to listen to Dan for the next 30
Yeah.
minutes.
All right, so we're going to talk about movies
And why they suck.
that you should have seen, but didn't. Because some of us may have not seen the movie,
I wasn't
we
born
should've.
when those movies came out.
like
So-
Star Wars,
I do want to bring this
Indiana
up.
Jones.
Indiana Jones were good.
I want to bring this up actually
Indiana
because
Jones are
Okay.
I want to bring this
Scott.
up real quick. Because I actually realized this year that there were a lot of films that I'd never seen, and so I made a goal to see 2 classic films that I should have seen but have not.
And what are those?
2 films a month. No. I was saying 24 films
All
a
right.
year. So I have that goal, and I am actually right on par. I have seen several films that I've never seen before. And then Varen brought this up, saying, there are movies that I have never seen, like Alien. And I went, I just watched that 3 weeks ago because I was sick, and I loved it, and I can't believe I had never seen it until
I
now.
watched that when I was 10.
Exactly. I never had.
It's rated R, and your parents would be very disappointed in
Dude,
you.
I watched Arachnophobia when I was like 10.
So my
I've
uncle,
never seen it, and I never want to.
between
And
third,
It.
okay,
And
between
Predator.
3rd and 4th grade, my uncle lived with us, and we watched 9 to 10 horror movies a day that whole
That were
summer.
rated R with a creepy uncle?
Oh
Way to go, Dan.
yeah, there
I was
they were
never
horror
allowed
movies.
to watch the
Like
rated R
everything.
movies. But I remember coming in on a Sunday even into the living room where my dad had a show on, and it was a really cool show. And all of a sudden, you know, there was these Indian guys, and they took or Native American guys, and they took this one dude, and they took him and they tied him onto a stake, and they started burning him. And as the other guy was running off with a girl, he turned around and shot him. And yeah, I was like 6 or 7. Watched Last of the Mohicans. Definitely not a kid-friendly
Nope.
movie. But I wasn't allowed to watch anything else. In fact, yeah, never mind. We'll just stop at that.
Yeah, we won't talk about why we haven't seen them. This is just movies that we should see. And I
All right.
like this list.
So
I
all right,
like this
so
idea.
Alien.
Alien and Aliens, because I feel like they build
Aliens
on each other.
is
They're very
awesome.
different, but I
My
feel
favorite.
that both of them are beautifully filmed and written.
And Last of the Mohicans is another one because it is also an
I have seen
amazing
that movie.
film.
That's
But
a
that's a
good
drama.
one.
Oh,
We're
it's
talking
not
about
an
the
action.
Daniel Day-Lewis version,
Geek.
I
right?
know that's
And
technically
this
a
is a
drama.
version- this
Geek.
It's not an action.
No.
It's not as an action. There's a lot
I
of
know
gore.
there's a lot of gore and
Lot of
action, but it is
throwing
considered a
axes.
drama.
This guy
But that's
whacked me
okay.
with an axe on.
I know. It is a cool movie though.
I haven't seen that. So Alien and Aliens, I agree. They're 2 totally separate films. Though.
They are.
It's weird
Oh, yeah.
because it's supposed to be a sequel to, and it is a direct sequel. But you're like, the
Two
first
different-
one's
two
definitely
different-
horror-esque. and
Yeah,
the-
2 different directors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different
So
feel.
Alien, I did really love.
What
and
if
I
I did
just
the
saw it for the
table? I
first
don't
time.
like aliens.
I don't
And
either.
That's the weird thing with aliens too. There's a million different types of aliens in this
Ooh, and
world,
the
and I
Abyss.
thought it was a very
Haven't
creepy
seen that one.
version of an alien design.
However, I do love the fact that John Hurt is in Alien, and he's in Spaceball,
That's the best moment ever.
and he's like, not again when the
When it comes
creature
out of it, yeah.
bursts out of his stomach. Fantastic. But no, an Alien was originally set up to be a horror, and then what's his name?
Did they have a
Bucket.
different director? No,
It did.
Cameron?
James Cameron came in the second time,
Oh, okay.
and then because it was Ridley Scott for the
That's
first
right,
one,
for the
James
first
Cameron
one,
came in
that's
for the second one, and then he changed it up, and then it became more of a science fiction movie.
Yeah.
which was still cool.
Which people, yeah.
And then
people
a third
enjoy.
one happened, and I won't even talk about that
Can
one.
I speak my piece on a James Cameron movie? That
Sure.
does fit in all this.
Hopefully it's not
Avatar.
Titanic.
Avatar. No. And here's why.
I didn't like that one.
I was told he spent like 20 years getting this movie ready, and that it was supposed to be super amazing. And then when I went and watched it, and all I saw
Don't go
was
see
a
it.
hybrid of Ferngully and Pocahontas.
It was Ferngully
And
in space.
It was a Ferngully Pocahontas in space.
With
Yeah.
unobtainium.
And,
Well-
and then to think of all this time he put into writing this, and they had names for these bizarre space animals like horses. And they had these very unique space
You gotta put your
company
ponytail in it.
called bows and arrows. And I'm thinking, wow, there was a lack of something going on there.
Well, no, he was trying to be creative by giving him different names.
To be
Oh,
fair,
oh, my-
and,
that's still
and the
the
giant
highest
birds
grossing
are
movie
look
ever,
like
right?
dragons. No, actually, it isn't.
I'm pretty
It's
sure on
it's
the
been
list.
beat out. It's
On what?
one of the I think Star
I
Wars
still-
beat it out.
Star Wars beat it
Yeah.
out.
The Force Awakens?
Force Awakens
Force Awakens.
destroyed it.
Because I check that list like once a month, and it still grosses me out because it's like Gone with the Wind and then Avatar or whatever. for both of them.
Hold on, Titanic is up there,
that was,
too.
Yeah,
that would
it
be
is.
the biggest
Okay,
letdown I
so
ever
so
saw.
this is the
No,
thing.
It's gross, or it's adjusted for inflation.
Yeah. So here's the thing that I really disliked about Avatar. Is we get this vast story, all this world building.
Which 5 more sequels are coming.
Yeah.
We all
This
know this,
huge
right?
world building. And then James Cameron, like in the last 15 minutes, we're like, oh, wait a minute, this is a war movie. I should probably do something about that. And then boom, 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 boom. The end. I mean, it's just like, what? Yeah. It was bad.
For being 20 years in development, the story work was not there.
No, it
I
wasn't.
have a feeling he wrote a
And the
story really quickly
characterization was
20
not there.
years ago and then forgot about it.
Well,
for
it's
20
the
years.
same thing he did with Titanic. The story moved very quickly until the boat started sinking, and it's like, oh, wait a minute, I want this in real time. So you're going to experience how long it took for the boat to sink.
Oh, and everybody going,
Yeah.
We don't talk about Titanic.
The propeller guy.
Yeah, it was
Bong, bong.
Yeah, it's a bad
No,
movie.
That's a drama, isn't it?
I think it's one of the
I'm
movies.
terrified of sunken ships, so I've never seen the movie all the way through.
It's okay. The teenagers today thought that it was just a story and didn't know it was a real
No,
story. You didn't hear about that?
No, I
That's
didn't
fair.
hear about
We
that.
need to rent a mini submarine and go find a sunken ship, and you can
I'm
go.
game. I want to go
Titanic,
deep sea
it's
diving.
there. It's a real thing.
Okay, that's even worse because you're in a boat that's meant to sink.
Let's
That's
have a
even
zombie in
worse.
there too.
Oh, great.
Yes! It's also meant to come back up.
Underwater
And people like the
zombies. Oh,
I don't
so
like this
we
line of
need, okay,
thinking.
they are working on Evermore. There is a zombie.
Excursion
Evermore
thing.
keeps
Excursion.
going
We
up
need
and
to go.
down.
I don't like
We're not
seeing
even allowed to dress up at Evermore.
We'll talk after. All right. So
Can I come up now? Are
yes,
we
you
done
can.
talking
So what are
underwater?
what are some other movies that people should see
Yes.
that haven't?
Another kind of one that I don't know actually because I don't know I guess what we were saying, but some movies that people have never seen that I think are great is Rocky 1 through 4, and that's where it's going to end because 5, 6, and
So they're doing Creed
was
2.
alright. They are.
And
Creed was
it's
alright.
rumored that Dolph Lundgren's
But I
coming
feel
back
like
as the
for real,
Russian.
that's kinda
Yeah.
So that's just one of my personal like guilty pleasures that I'm like, even if you've never seen any boxing film, you should watch those movies. I thought they were great.
You know,
Never seen them.
I've
A lot of
never
people
been
haven't.
a big fan of. I've seen them. I've never been a big fan. However, learning the story behind it, Sylvester Stallone wrote that. He tried getting it purchased by a studio and wouldn't. And then finally, the studio said they would, but he couldn't star in it. He wanted to star in it. He went so far as he sold his dog,
Oh yeah, I
the
heard
dog
about
that
this.
he loved, to keep funding him till he finally got it done, and then he went back and bought the dog back, which was just amazing.
Oh, that is.
But it just shows that he wanted that movie done right so badly, and then it kind of gave me a different opinion on it. But I didn't really like any of those movies until I saw Balboa and Creed.
You did like Balboa, just when he's fighting as a 60-year-old man. I was
Well,
like,
no,
this isn't very believable.
That wasn't believable. It was more the storylines, like when he was
storytelling,
talking
that's
to
fair.
his son, where
Yeah.
you don't give up no matter what. You get knocked down, you stand back up, you fight. So that I really loved, because it was we get knocked down in life, but you stand up and you fight. That I loved that part more than anything. No matter what gets thrown at you, you fight. And and then we kind of saw that in Creed, where his wife had died. He has cancer. He's dying, and Creed's son is like, no, you got to be there for me. You got to be in my corner. And he fights. He continues to fight. So that's the one thing I've always loved about the Rocky character is no matter what comes at him, he still fights through it.
I can see that.
Yeah.
It's a good story.
So it's a good
He's
story
one of
arc.
the better characters they have that's like more relatable across the board in whatever
Yeah.
movies you do.
But Sylvester Stallone, yeah. I mean,
He's
he's a
weird.
tough sell. Well,
Oh, see, and I
not
really
even that.
like him.
Rambo.
Rambo.
Yeah.
Rambo, yeah, that's.
I mean, I like
it's a
he,
classic,
he's
but it's
it
definitely
is.
cheesy.
He's funny in Expendables.
Oh,
I
it's
can see
Rambo.
that.
Expendables. I only saw the first one.
Rambo
But
is
it's
when
hilarious.
he's a Vietnam vet that comes back, and then the police
She's
start
too young.
kind of
Is
beating
this
up on
before my
him.
time?
Yes.
But then there was a
Well,
remake.
that's why we're
like,
talking about these movies.
They're not remake. What was it? 5 years ago, 10 years ago, just another Rambo.
It was another Rambo.
Oh, I was gonna say they did
I
another
was like,
Rambo.
And it was
with
Sylvester.
him. Yeah, I was like, but yeah, he was super old.
Yeah.
See, now one of the movies he's in that most people haven't seen is Oscar.
Yeah.
And he plays an amazing part in that.
He's a
He does-
really good
he's a-
actor.
He is a good actor.
He's gotten more
Oscar.
raspberries than anyone, though.
Now,
Grouch.
Oscar is, it's
No.
it looks like, I think it's based off of a stage play. It's a comedy.
Yeah, it
where
definitely
about
plays out like a comedy,
Yeah.
like a stage play.
Yeah,
No, it
it
is.
very much plays out like a stage play. And he's a gangster trying to go straight back in the Prohibition era.
Uh-huh.
His dad's dying, and on his deathbed he promises his dad will go straight. And so he's trying to meet with these bankers and learn how to get into banking, and he's trying to stop talking like a gangster from Brooklyn and talk with speak eloquently. And it's got Tim Curry in it. Who are some of the other actors?
It's a fantastic movie. It
is
really
a really good movie. It's very funny, and it's nothing like what you'd expect him to be in. He's not big and buff and muscly, and he doesn't even try to intimidate people or anything.
So
He's-
I don't know if have you seen Tango and Cash? So that's
I don't know what that
okay.
means.
So Sylvester Stallone and Kurt
I'm
Russell,
offended.
and Sylvester Stallone plays a very eloquent cop. He's into he's into the financial banking stuff and the stock market and that. And he wears nice suits and stuff like that. That reminds me a lot of Oscar, where he's trying to be that eloquent guy.
He's always wearing a suit. Got
Yeah.
his, wings.
Even
on
though
his
he's a
shoes.
cop.
I'll need to use the Google when I get home.
That's okay.
I love the Google.
But again,
You're
has
gonna be
Kurt
living
Russell
on
on it, which you
Amazon
can't go
movies
wrong
when you
with.
get home. Figure out what we're all
Kurt
talking
Russell's
about.
another great
Never heard of it,
actor.
so it's cool.
Yeah,
Definitely
look
I
it
haven't
up.
heard of Oscar though.
If we're talking about these kind of films, sorry, you're still going?
Oh no, go ahead.
I was going to throw out The Untouchables.
What?
The Untouchables.
I have
Was
not
it
heard
Sean
that one.
Connery?
Yes, with Sean Connery, all about Ness.
Oh,
and
so
and the
good.
Prohibition. Such an amazing
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see
film.
that until within the last 2 years. but
My only
so
problem,
good
movie. My only problem is Kevin Costner isn't believable as Elliot Ness.
I enjoyed him as that character.
Maybe
it's because I've just always loved the film, but just all the characters. All
Kevin
the actors
Costner
really
is
just
one of
meshed
those
really well.
actors that no matter how many times I see him, he always pulls me out of the story. Because he's just not believable. I don't see him as even in Waterworld.
Yeah,
messed up
Waterworld
as
was
that
not
is,
believable
as
for some
messed
reason,
up-
Daniel.
Have you seen one?
I don't think that should be a comparison.
In our defense, they have a really, really good show at Universal
Yeah,
Studios.
I mean,
I've heard about a lot
Literally
of
been
people
running for like
filtering their
20
feet.
well,
I mean,
Dances with Wolves, Waterworld, Draft Day,
Dances
Man
with
of
Wolves is
Steel,
another one that's a
Draft
classic.
Man of Steel. Kevin Costner shows up. I can't. It's
What do you
like
want him to be?
Well, I don't even
do
feel
you
like
want
he's
him?
acting. I don't feel like he's acting. I don't. Yeah, Sean
That's how
Connery.
good of
Prince of
acting is.
Thieves, isn't
He is.
Yeah, and you're right, and he has that feeling when he steps on. It's almost like, wow, here's a Robin Hood with Kevin Costner in the middle of it.
Yeah. But
Haters.
Sean Connery. I don't
like
care.
it.
It's a good movie.
It doesn't matter who
You're
Sean
right.
Connery is. He shows up. It's like, whoa. Yeah.
Except in the last one, The League of Gentlemen, right? Or the League
Oh,
of Extraordinary.
League
whatever.
of
No,
Extraordinary
no.
Gentlemen.
Wow, that was
The movie's horrible, but he's still awesome.
I still love. Yeah, I was like, I can't hate Sean Connery. He's like,
I don't know.
He
Like,
sells
but
it so well. It wasn't until I was
To be
a grown
fair-
adult that I realized I was in love with a Russian captain that had a Scottish accent.
Yeah. Hunt for Red October. What? I know, but still, he's awesome.
I was sold on it.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Hunt for
So-
Red October, another one that should be on
Well,
everybody's list.
but the funny thing
Red
about
October?
Hunt for Red October is
Great
they
Alex
start off
Baldwin.
speaking Russian, and then suddenly they swap, so they're all
English.
speaking English
And
instead of doing
everyone-
subtitles. So it's just assumed that you now speak Russian.
Yep.
And Sean Connery has a Scottish accent.
everyone
entire
else
time.
has a Russian accent.
Yeah, except for Sean Connery.
Except for him, who still speaks Scottish.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Well,
It's
in
okay,
his
we got the
defense,
idea.
They usually cast him for his accent.
Well, and rightfully so.
His acting was
That's
just
true.
amazing.
Yeah.
Now everybody get in the submarine. We're going down.
Yep.
I am so
I thought
glad
we were
that
done
he's
talking
in
about
Indiana
something
Jones' dad. Like that was
Oh,
such
it
a
was- it
perfect.
was.
That was the perfect
Oh, he did a
role.
great job in
Oh.
But to be fair, League of Extraordinary
Another trilogy
Gentlemen,
that needs
the
to be on
reason he
everybody's
took
seat.
that is
Exactly.
because he was originally asked to do Christopher Lee's character Saruman, and he turned it down because he's like,
down.
what crap is this?
Still said it needs to be a little
And
bit
then
side.
it turned out to be such a
Sean
huge blockbuster.
Connery?
Yeah.
That he's like,
Does Hook know that?
You know what?
I
else
don't
he
know,
turned
but Sean
down?
Connery is Saruman. I don't know.
yeah, he turned it
They
down.
look almost the exact same.
He was originally
Well,
supposed to
the
be cast
speak.
for
I
it,
know.
and he was like, what crap is this? So he turned it down, and then it made so much money. He's like, well, maybe I don't know what this is. So that's why he took League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and then it flopped.
And
then he retired after that.
It was just so embarrassing.
But
like,
at the same
this old
time-
man standing up, and all of a sudden you can tell it's like this stunt double, like picks up a chair, bam, and like he's fighting. I'm just like, oh well.
But
Yeah,
it,
and
right
the
out of
League
that.
of Extraordinary Gentlemen could have been so good. If
Could have been.
anything,
It could
that's
have.
what Universal should have done with like their whole dark universe.
yeah, so,
Except good.
So there's lawsuits coming up about that. though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because so DC has a dark universe. John Constantine.
Oh, yes, I heard about
I
this.
love John Constantine.
And that's supposed to be the dark universe.
Yeah, it's Justice League Dark.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be the dark. And so there's now a lawsuit.
There's
brewing.
more than them in that.
Yeah.
There's a whole huge
Well, yeah,
chaos mess
there's
with
more.
that.
But at the same time,
Wonder if that's why we haven't seen the Guillermo del Toro movie.
maybe. But at the same time, that Mummy movie failed miserably.
Dude, they needed to leave Mummy alone.
2 words. Tom
He was
Cruise.
like, don't put
Oh,
Tom
yeah.
Cruise.
Well,
Tom
there's
Cruise
more
is
than
not-
Great at Edge of Tomorrow.
I haven't
Dying
seen that
again
one.
and again
I haven't
and
seen
again
that.
and again.
Well, then we get
So
see
funny.
we get to see a sequel now. Yay!
To what?
Was
it
that
very
with
Edge of,
therapeutic
Blood?
stuff?
it's not Edge of Tomorrow. It's called Die Repeat.
No, that's what they
That sounds
ended
like a
up
Die Hard
calling
sequel.
Edge of Tomorrow. Like
Oh,
when they
it's no.
released the
I know,
DVD.
but it's no longer called Edge of Tomorrow. That is now its official name.
I know.
Yeah, Live, Die, Repeat. But now they're making a sequel. They are. It's been announced. It's in the works.
Tom Cruise is
sounds like it'd
burned.
be
Like,
like
he
the
does the same
entire
character
Die Hard.
He
consistently.
does. He does, and that's the thing
And
that
they
I
can't
hate.
give him any
Die Hard,
versatility
Die
whatsoever
Hard.
at all to that character.
The only
Yeah,
the
Live
only
Die Hard is-
change in any character we've ever seen is the one that showed up in Tropic Thunder.
I love Tropic
And that was
Thunder.
the only time I've enjoyed Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
And it was hilarious.
I didn't even
they
know
were
that
gonna
was
make
him.
Yeah.
the big fat. It was like my favorite.
the movie producer that
Got
was
your
bald.
teeth in.
Yeah.
That was him. The only time that I've ever been, oh wow, Tom Cruise plays a different character. Awesome.
You guys were mentioning some other movies over here
What movie?
just now.
But Edge of Tomorrow or Live, Die,
Oh, the
Repeat.
Die Hards.
That is one.
Oh.
That's a great one.
Those
Oh,
are
Die Hard.
horrible.
The Die Hards are a classic as well.
I do
I
not.
have only seen Live Free or Die Hard.
What? That was like the fifth one.
Yeah, how do you
Fourth one.
start
You can't
there?
just start the
Whoa, hold on.
You
hold
have
on.
not seen the first one
No.
with Hans
The
Gruber?
very
Alan
first one is
Rickman?
classic.
Mormon Girl.
Third
Parents
one?
who are
And
not
Jeremy
actually
She's
Irons?
young.
Mormon
Everyone loves Bruce Willis.
They're all
did-
Mormon in here but me.
But no, here's the
I have
thing.
the edited version. You can borrow it.
Y'all interrupted me.
Third
I
grade
was
between
between
fourth grade.
boyfriends, so there was no boys in the house when I was growing up. Never saw anything until she married my dad, and the first thing I watched was Star Wars.
Okay, we're having a Die Hard night.
Die Hard!
I do not like the Die Hard films. Good luck with
Do
that.
you like Bruce Willis at least? Or
Bruce Willis isn't bad. He doesn't bother me.
Bruce
The Die
Willis
Hard
is
films I just
kind
couldn't
of
get
hit and
into.
miss, because I feel like he's the same
Fifth
character
Element.
over and over.
He can
the
be
same
the same
movie.
character. He
But
does.
I have seen
But
him
it's a good
be
character.
versatile.
He's more likely to be
why
more
he's that
versatile.
Yeah.
I love the PlayStation
You're
Die
right,
Hard. I
he is-
love blowing things
he's-
up.
Typecast, but
A lot of the time, he's the same character.
still a good
But
actor.
the whole 9 yards and the sequel, he played a much different character.
Okay,
I
haven't
like
seen
that.
either of those. Those
Oh!
are on the list.
Those are on the list.
Yeah,
Those are beautiful.
yeah. Especially when he's acting all crazy with the chicken and he's dressed up like a.
I didn't like the second one, but I love the whole 9 yards.
The second one wasn't as good, but I liked where
Is that
he
the
went
one
with the
Matthew
character.
Perry?
Yes.
I haven't seen it. I just know
Good.
they were talking
It's a
about
good one.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Die Hard, great.
That was the one I-
Second one, it was weird.
Yeah, second one's not quite as good.
Third one's good. We got Samuel L. Jackson,
third one's
Jeremy
great.
Irons.
Yep.
Now, wasn't Live Free or Die Hard? Isn't that the fourth?
That's the
think it
fourth
is.
one.
Yeah.
And then
that
the fifth
one-
one's with the son.
That's the thing with the fourth one, and you can't be offended by that because the director actually saw 9/11 happen, and someone mentioned something to him that they didn't know who that actor was or who the character was, and he said, "We need this hero right now. We need
So
someone to
he-
combat
so here's the
terrorism."
funny
and that's
thing.
where Live Free or Die Hard came from.
And
I'm
the
not
funny
gonna lie,
because
the
this
reason
generation
I
needed
watched
to know him.
Live Free or Die Hard is because the director of the first two Underworlds directed it.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
That's how I was
Underworld
introduced
was
to it.
cool.
It was a fun one.
So here, the funny thing is, Die Hard, all except for the first one, have not originally been Die Hard movies. They've just been other movies that have been rewritten as a Die Hard movie and casted him in.
So Die Hard.
So Live Free Die Hard
originally
was
never had a sequel.
No.
That's
So there were
interesting.
other stories that like, oh, that would work good as a Die Hard movie, and they retooled it and made
I
it
thought
a
Live
Die
Free
Hard
Die
movie.
Hard was specifically written
Nope.
as this.
Wasn't originally.
That's disappointing.
That is something that I did learn. And then they're like, oh, that would work better if we did Bruce Willis. Let's make it a Die Hard movie.
Well, it worked great.
It did. No, Live Free Die Hard is a great one. Justin Long in it.
You blew up a helicopter with a car.
Yeah.
How was that of bullets?
Yeah. So.
You know another movie I think he's really great in, and it still is a very typecast, and it also is a movie that should be on everyone's list. Pulp Fiction. Bruce Willis plays a boxer in that one. Where
That's
he
true,
ends
he
up killing
does.
the guy,
Yeah.
and then jumps out the back because I guess he.
Another Samuel
he was
Jackson.
supposed
Random
to,
stories in that
he was
movie. I
supposed to
forgot
throw
about
that
that one.
fight.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Pulp Fiction, like Quentin Tarantino?
Yeah.
Yes.
Tarantino,
With
Pulp
John
Fiction.
Have you seen
Travolta,
it?
Samuel Jackson.
It's a really weird
Oh.
film to watch. It's awesome,
And
but
it's
it's
all
just like
backwards.
It's
And-
Quentin
Yeah.
Tarantino. Of course it's going to be
well, it's
weird.
backwards. It's full things in reverse.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
the
Reservoir
very
Dogs
first
wasn't
scene
weird,
you
and that's
see
Quentin
is like the
Tarantino
second
film.
to last thing that happens.
To be fair,
if you want me to
I had to
that
watch
one,
it
we're
the
gonna
second
do
time
Colorado
before I
Brothers.
actually saw the whole movie
Pulp
because the
Fiction?
first
We'll be in
time I went
Colorado
and saw
soon.
it, I made out with my girlfriend in the whole
Oh.
entire movie.
Just dropping that on
Didn't
the show.
watch
Good job,
anything.
At
Dan.
least you got your priorities straight.
So
Yeah, I've seen
It's
movies
a long
like that.
movie, Dan.
yeah,
Right,
it
movies
is.
with a
I don't think
girl.
I should actually say which movies I've done that in, because then my wife won't want me to say them again.
That's okay.
Wait, what?
You know what? I don't remember all the
You
movies I
shouldn't.
did that with, so
Wait, what?
Because there were so many. Is that what you're trying
no,
to
because I didn't watch any of the movies. So
All right, then. Fair enough.
That could
She's living
explain a
life.
lot. All right.
And living a life is
Are
overrated.
are we getting close?
No, we still got a few more minutes.
Okay, good. All right.
So Scott,
What
you have
movie
any
you
more?
got? Dude, you had a whole
Do you
list.
guys have
I want to
any?
hear some of those movies.
Let's-
Oh,
let's-
yeah, you guys have
Oh no, this is my list of movies to see.
oh, he has a list on his computer over there.
Let's
have
see
it on
them.
my phone.
Oh, on his phone.
Let's hear the list of movies.
Just run
to
down the
see.
list
Oh,
real
I don't
quick.
know if people
Now we're
want
calling
to
you
hear
out.
Let's
my
hear it.
list.
Let's
because
hear it.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it.
Fiction.
Scott's list
We're
of
calling
movies
you out,
to watch.
Scott.
If
Do
La
it.
La Land's on that list, you're fired.
I already saw it.
Oh, I saw that.
I actually
movie. It
won
was
that
horrible.
DVD. I
That
won the
was
DVD
horrible.
at
I just saw
Aura
it on this list
Mazda.
earlier.
I'm pitching them because I won a DVD at their place.
Wait, is that
Cool.
Ryan Gosling in that movie?
Yes.
Yeah, I hate him. So.
It was a fun movie.
No, wasn't fun. Horrible.
You know what? You guys need to go watch Swing Kids.
The only
Ryan Gosling just taught
decent
me that
dialogue
one.
in that whole movie, they're actually
Oh,
fighting.
no.
I like the
Otherwise, the
dancing.
dialogue was horrible.
It's not
Because I've never even heard of it, actually.
Swing
The
Kids.
dancing was fun.
Haven't seen it.
All right, so let's hear the movies on your list.
My gosh, really, it's a long list, guys. This is
Okay,
a lot of.
Let's-
Just
Well,
zip
this
through
one's
them.
got some sequels.
310 to Yuma.
I love that movie.
need to
I
see
own
it.
it.
But are we talking the original?
Yes.
Okay.
Not the
That's
Christian
always
Bell.
crazy,
No,
too,
we're
because I
talking
don't
the
even
original.
know some that have
I don't
the
know.
old school
The
versions
Christian
compared
Bell.
to the remake.
Remake?
Christian Bell's almost worse than Tom
remake.
Cruise. I want you to know this.
Okay, so but
Moving on.
no. Russell
Christian
Crowe
Bale.
and Christian Bell are in it. It's really good. I enjoy
Movies.
it more than the original.
Okay, I would like to see the original to understand and appreciate
Okay.
the remake.
Sure.
Seven Samurai, the original. I've seen the remake, but I have not seen the original.
Fantastic movie
A Fistful of Dollars.
with Clint
Never
Eastwood.
heard That one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See, that's
I have that one too.
Deadpool.
You haven't seen Deadpool?
What?
You see, this is what offends them.
Mic
This is
drop.
what offends them.
Even Krista has seen Deadpool.
Show of hands, who hasn't seen Deadpool?
Wait, is this because of your wife?
No, this is because of me.
Well, what's
I
wrong
heard
with
there was
you
a
then?
scene of him fighting. He was completely nude, so I was like, nah.
It's not as much as they made it out
And
to
he's
be.
burnt, so you can't
And there's a
really-
montage of sex. That was just a little too much.
Yeah,
for
that's
me.
not unusual.
It's on my list. It is on the list of movies I'm gonna see.
I'm not gonna lie. I've
Hey,
seen it once
hey,
and I don't
good
plan on
luck
seeing it
Hey,
again.
there's also a unicorn puppet that might make you change your mind on
Yes, we'll work
unicorns.
with that, too.
See, and you're
That's fair.
wondering.
It's because you're a good person, and I appreciate that, I guess.
Okay.
So Good Morning Vietnam with Robin Williams.
Good movie.
I just have never seen that one.
Actually, I think I have seen that one.
There you go.
Good movie.
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Oh, fantastic movie.
See, these are just like
You need to come over to my house. See,
Moving on.
I'm doing research for westerns, and I have to watch westerns. Let's do it.
We have
So, I
access
think my
to a
wife got a hold of
projector
my
and a
list here.
screen.
Why?
because she's added some.
Harry
Harry
Henderson?
and the Hendersons.
I've
On
always heard
Netflix
that's
right now.
hilarious.
Which is
That's
amazing.
Not a bad one. It's got
On
John
John Lithgow.
Lithgow.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I haven't
yeah.
seen that
Because
one.
It's on
You haven't
Netflix
seen
right
that?
now. Go home, watch it.
Oh, this
John
my wife
Lithgow's
put this
funny.
one on here. In fact, I think she did add a couple days because she also put on Last of the Mohicans. So
That is a very good movie.
All right.
the original Magnificent Seven.
There was an original?
There was.
Yeah.
That was a remake. The remake's really good,
Oh, the remake is incredible.
but I
That's right,
do
that's
love the
cool.
original. In fact, if you go on iTunes and buy, well, I don't know if it's still that way, but if you went on iTunes when it first came out, you could buy it and you got
And
the
get
original
old
for
one.
free.
That's cool. I'll have to check that out.
Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. Haven't seen it since I was 5.
Never
That
heard of
is
it.
so good.
Oh.
Jimmy Stewart?
It was incredible
heard
when I
of
was
this
kid.
one.
I'm
Oh.
25.
that's a James. Okay.
Yeah, James
So he's the
Stewart,
baby
Jimmy
in the
Stewart.
room.
Mm.
Baby.
Now, is Fargo on your list, or have you seen Fargo?
That is not on the list,
I
but it
have
should.
not seen Fargo, and I want to see that one.
Eh?
Really?
Is it an eh? Is it not going on the
Wait,
list?
is that the Ben Affleck one?
No, put Fargo on the list.
No,
At Argo?
that's Argo.
I've had.
Now-
I don't know
now,
if Fargo
what are
is.
your
Fargo
thoughts
is-
on,
I've seen
Steve
Argo.
Buscemi and
Have you, yeah, I think
yeah,
you did,
yeah.
Have you seen Thunderbolt and Lightning Foot?
What?
Never heard of that either.
Thunderbolt and
I think that's the name of it. I have it in my phone somewhere.
I've never heard of them.
No?
Did you
movies.
just
It's a
add these, or
cowboy
have you not
movie.
seen
I
them?
think it's a cowboy.
I just added those.
A couple guys at work were telling me.
I
it
was
really
like-
good.
Oh, I'm always added to the list.
Oh, okay.
Thunderbolt and Lightning.
And see, and this same guy was his favorite movie is Alien.
'Cause there's
Very,
so many
very
too.
And his second
frightening.
favorite
I haven't
movie
seen
is
that. I'm like,
Aliens.
Yeah, I need to watch that too.
All right.
So I was
See,
like,
and that's the
all right,
problem.
I started
I'll
doing
take
it
his advice.
like
I'll
last
watch
year,
a
the
couple
classic
movies
film
if he
thing,
thinks they're
because
good.
so many people were
Yeah.
saying that, and I'm like, God, but I need to do like 2 a month. That should be
See,
achievable.
and that's the thing.
Alright.
2 a month is 24 a year, and I feel that that's very achievable,
Catches
especially
you
with how
up.
much time.
And that's actually good.
So
goal.
Thunderfoot
Good
and
goal.
Lightningfoot,
Yeah.
that's what it's
I
called?
think it's Thunderbolt and Lightning Foot. Yeah.
Thunderbolt.
And lightning. Very, very frightening.
Wait, what?
Should
I'm
we
looking
continue
this up.
on while
Yeah,
you're
keep
looking that up?
going.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Once Upon a Time in the West, I've heard it's one of the top 10 westerns
'Kay.
of all time.
Really?
It's very annoying.
Oh, all right, it's off the list.
Well, it's coming from Mr. I Hate Everything.
No.
Yeah.
So
you gotta take it with, like,
He gives
a
Spider-Man an
bag
A
of
minus.
he did give it an A
Uh,
minus.
oh,
I'll give him that.
What's the guy that, not the Dirty Harry one, gosh, I got
Here, I'll let you gather your thoughts. Next one's Point Break.
Why do
The
you wanna
original?
see
The
that?
original or
the
the new
original
one?
with Patrick Swayze
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Keanu
the
Reeves?
original.
Oh, Johnny Utah.
I haven't seen that one. Oh,
Why do you wanna
speaking
see
of that,
that?
we should
The
probably also
original,
see
not
Bad
the new
Boys.
one.
Just because I only remember both those being spoken about on.
Bad Boys
Oh.
3 comes out next year, so yeah, you should go
Bad
see
Boys
Bad
are
Boys
fun.
and Bad Boys
I
2.
haven't seen Bad Boys.
You should add that to the list
Yeah. Okay.
because they're fun.
Yeah, Will Smith. It's a good time.
Psycho. The
The
original.
original
Good
Psycho.
fun one.
Hitchcock?
No,
Yep.
thank you.
Okay,
Psycho
that's
is
on my
good.
list, too.
Same with the birds. Like original Hitchcock.
I saw that
Anything
when I
or-
was a little kid.
Anything Hitchcock is fantastic because you don't really see any of the death scenes. It's all off screen. You hear it. You see other elements. Fantastic
time,
film.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like
I've seen his other movies
A
like
little
Rear
too
Window.
psychological
Rear
for me.
Window just totally like messed with my mind. Like
Charles Bronson. That's so. Charles Bronson plays an annoying character that just plays a harmonica every time he's about to show up on screen, and you just hear that over and over and over and over again.
On your
So,
cowboy movie.
It gets very annoying.
Yeah, no one's fun time.
You know, if they could cut that portion out, it's a fantastic movie. That's the annoying part of it.
It's got an 8.6 on IMDb.
No, it is a good movie. It's got a great story arc. I just hate every time that guy shows up. You just hear this
That's
harmonica thing, and it lasts for a
name
good
is
like 2-3
Harmonica?
minutes before he shows up. Yes, his name is Harmonica.
It's funny.
How about Tombstone, Scott? Is that on your list? Have you seen
I've
that
seen
one?
it. I love it. That's a classic. A really good
You
one.
guys have anything to throw out though? Not that I don't love your list.
No,
but I
it's
still feel
fine.
like we haven't heard from
I told
them.
you. Swing
Unforgiven.
Kids. You're the only
Oh,
one who heard
that's
me
right, I
say
was
it.
looking at that.
You need to go
Unforgiven. Have you
watch
seen
Swing
that one?
Kids.
Swing Kids. What's
That's
it
on the
about?
list.
Good.
It's World War II, I believe, but it's the story that's happening in Germany. So it might be World War One. I might be half out of it, but it's with Hitler and everything else.
No.
But they're telling
They do
you.
swing dancing.
Yeah, Nazi
Yes.
Germany, so it should be World
They're
War
giving
II.
you the story of what's happening there, what's happening to the kids, and how they're all playing in.
Christian
And
Bale's in that one. Good old Batman.
Oh.
yeah, but he's like 16.
Newsies era?
Don't give him that.
Yeah, Newsies era.
See,
definitely.
I
Newsies
love
are Christian
Newsies.
But so they do swing
haven't
dance
seen
and they
Newsies,
explain
watch
where it
Newsies.
comes
That's
from,
my
and
cigar.
they kind of do all the riots and the
I'll
raids
steal
and
it.
stuff like
Barbara
that.
Hershey's in there before she's.
Your guy from what's the doctor show? I
Doctor
can't
Who?
think.
Who?
No, TV series.
To be fair.
House.
House.
One of the guys
Hugh
from House is in there.
Laurie? Hugh
No,
Laurie?
male. It's not Hugh Laurie. He
Jesse
shows up in it
Spencer?
later. I don't know his name.
Robert Sean Leonard.
I don't know his name, so it
Well-
doesn't do any good.
Cora's mom's in it. Barbara Hershey.
Cora's mom.
Or not Cora. Regina's mom. Sorry.
Her name's Cora.
Okay, yeah, Cora.
That's why
yeah.
I'm like,
That's why I
Cora's
was-
mom.
yeah.
We didn't meet that. I
No,
didn't
Cora.
meet Grandma.
Yeah, the older Cora, Barbara Hershey, is actually in that movie.
It's for kids.
Yeah, I just was taking a look at it too.
Another
Oh,
one.
he's got that on his phone. Let's see.
Well,
Noah
everybody's like looking
Wiley,
on their phone now.
he's in it.
Oh, mine's dead. I can't look
Yeah.
at it.
All right. So
Next
any
one.
other movies you guys got?
I've got 3 more that I want to throw onto that list,
Okay.
All right.
and then I'll be done.
You haven't seen Strange Brew?
Oh my
That's just
gosh!
a really funny movie that I love. And it's just
Yeah,
on
you
his
haven't
list
seen
right
that
now.
Hey man,
Yeah, Robert
How
Sean
about
Yeah.
Canadian bacon? Have you
I
seen that?
heard if
did see
we
Canadian
found a
bacon.
mouse in a beer bottle, we could get a case of free beer, man.
Freaky burlesque jelly, eh?
Yeah.
Could be
Hey
nosy,
man.
man.
Could be nosy.
It's just like
Oh man, I got a pee so bad I can taste it.
Boy, I kiss you.
I feel like the girls are missing out on something.
Oh,
now.
Strange
Have
Brew.
you guys seen
Strange Brew. I've seen
Strange
it.
Brew.
Oh,
See,
So it's
Rick Moranis.
To be fair,
So
Who's the other guy?
it is Thunderbolt and Lightfoot. That's why I was confused. That has
Thunderbolt
Jeff
and
Bridges
Lightfoot.
and Clint Eastwood in it.
I
Fantastic
don't even know if
movie.
you can say Strange Brew is a good movie. It's just a funny movie. It's Rick Moranis and Martin.
It's Rick Moranis and Dave
Yeah,
Thomas.
Dave Thomas, and they're just two
And
brothers. And it's all about
It's
them
off.
just wanting to get
It's
beer.
off of their.
Wait,
so it's
the
a-
moose from Brother Bear?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
two.
So
they,
it's
they played
it's
that
so it's
way
a,
back
it's
when
an
in the
old
movie.
SNL skit
Okay.
where they did the McKenzie brothers and then they made a movie.
Oh, that's gonna trip me out.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's funny because I
and they do the same voices of the
It's
moose.
the exact same, but it's like
However,
rated R version of those movies.
Rick
'cause they
Moranis is
swear.
coming out of retirement to do a sequel to that
For
movie.
Strange Brew,
No
for real?
Yes.
That's hilarious.
Rick
Well-
Moranis is coming back.
Yes.
I will believe that
Well,
when
he-
I see it because
Well,
it's been.
his kids. Well,
His kids are grown up
His
now.
kids have
Grown up
grown
now,
up.
it's true.
His
They're gone
wife
now.
died. He dropped out of things to raise
I'm
his
sorry,
kids.
that's like the best Hollywood story.
It is,
Oh,
and
it is.
his kids are grown up. They've moved on, so now he's coming back.
I
which
want
I think is fantastic.
Spaceballs too.
That's fine.
It is. It can happen now.
It's so funny.
I want
I do
Spaceballs too.
So
But it has to happen while Mel Brooks is still alive.
he's still alive. He's
There's a few
kicking.
people dead
He's
though
doing
from
well.
Spaceballs now. So.
I don't know why,
Guys,
but
man.
I've always wanted to see Rick Moranis and Martin Short do something together.
We already
Maybe.
did see that. Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh.
That's true.
He would Rick.
Oh.
he-
I was thinking something more like Three Amigos style,
Oh,
I love Three Amigos.
rather than Broadway
Okay, so wait,
style.
what's your
all
movies?
right.
what? You got one of them right there, Strange
okay.
Brew. And then say hello to my little friend.
Scarface, huh?
I've never actually seen
I've
Scarface.
never seen Scarface either.
Wow.
People like that's Al Pacino. Like you gotta let.
I've
and I'm
never
like,
seen
I've
Scarface.
Never seen
It's-
it.
It is
I've
the definitive
I've
Al
not
Pacino,
either.
from
But
what I
see, here's the
understand. and
thing.
I've
That was
never seen
another
it.
shit
really
also I should
is,
watch
and he
because none
doesn't
of us
do
have
much
seen
beyond that.
Oh, but he does.
I am
Al
very
Pacino
picky
does
about my
two
movies.
other really good movies.
Okay.
He does The
Because
Godfather,
it's- wait,
obviously.
Okay, yeah.
Never
and
seen
then,
that.
And then
Godfather
The Devil's
and
Advocate.
Scarface.
I thought he played an amazing.
I will
character in The
agree with
Devil's
that. Yeah,
Advocate.
again, Keanu Reeves in that too.
He is, and he does a good job in that
And
too.
Charlize Theron.
Ooh, I have
Yeah.
a movie that I challenge people to watch if they haven't seen it yet. Stardust.
Oh, that's
That is a good
awesome.
one.
You were with us when we watched that, huh?
Yeah,
we
that
did it at
was
my
my
house.
fault.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's because we watched it the other day.
It is a pretty good movie.
Robert De Niro.
Well, no,
come
who's the
on.
character in it?
Robert De Niro's
You
in
don't
Game
like
of
that?
Thrones.
No,
Not
who is
in
it?
that movie.
Robert De
David
Niro.
Cross, Justin
The
He
dude.
actually is
Yeah.
awesome.
What the dude
Oh.
that's from?
Yeah.
What movie was that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Henry Cavill.
Yeah, Henry Cavill's in it.
True to himself
Superman's
there, and
Superman is
let
in
him be true.
Stardust.
But so,
No, it's fine.
Superman is
just
also
think
in
that
The
to me,
Count
the
de Monte
parents-
Cristo.
Yes, and that's their
That's a
excellent
great
movie.
one.
That's
too.
that is a fantastic.
Yes.
But yes,
That's
Stardust.
We've always
Okay,
known you were a
well,
little
too
funny.
many people talk.
It's all right, Captain.
was-
We always knew you were a whoopsie.
Yeah.
Or my
It's a
first
good
whoopsie.
movie, but I wouldn't say it's amazing.
It's so funny.
Amazing.
There's
I
a
just
lot of
made
bad
Mandy
acting.
watch it for the first time.
It's
That was like
hilarious.
Mandy.
It's because
Yeah.
we were watching it for Henry Cavill.
2007.
We were watching it for
So was there an older
Superman.
version?
Well, no, funny story. She hadn't seen it yet, and we were
Neither had
arguing
half
about
It's on
people.
Netflix.
It really
Yeah.
is.
It
Yeah.
really is.
Alright, I'll
It's
go
so
watch it.
good. Because that's one of those movies where it's in the vein
It's
of the Princess
Daredevil is
Bride.
the main guy. Charlie
Yeah.
Cox.
Uh-huh.
That's funny.
And
I'll
Superman's
probably
in
go check
it.
out.
Yeah, it's
The pirate
it's-
captain's
it
still
is
the best.
Daredevil.
Yeah.
There's a huge
It's
story.
hilarious.
I can't remember what it is, but there's something behind all the brothers of the king and the son.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That,
It's
you
fun.
guys
Well,
have to
the
watch.
the last one to
Okay.
live is the one that
Especially
gets
for Netflix.
the crown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, there was
You hadn't seen it until I mentioned it, right?
Correct.
There's a whole bunch of Easter eggs
Did it?
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
amongst the brothers. Is what I was
Panther.
mentioning.
Did it?
Yes.
I don't
right.
remember what they all are, but I know.
Pink Panther?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
the
has that
original
on
Pink
his
Panther.
list. I
Wow.
really like the
Which-
first one with Steve Martin.
I
I
have-
can't remember what it was.
It was the numbers.
And
You
then
should
each
watch
brother's a
the
certain
older
The
number.
older ones
Oh, yeah.
And they've
were
got
funny
that
too.
number
I remember.
around
Primus,
and you watch
Secundus.
Conversations action's going on at the
I know,
same time.
I know.
That's
We're
the
just
most-
gonna be
I
like,
don't
what's
think I noticed
happening?
that.
Okay.
Surrounding the scenes that they're in.
Huh.
Now we're talking about the Pink Panther.
Okay,
Now,
so
which
they're,
ones?
they're wrapping up.
That's what we're doing. Both.
You're wrapping up your conversation. We got to wrap
Yeah.
up this real quick because we're almost out of time.
Are you saying that we all have one last film that we need to see, or
Nope.
that everybody should see?
To wrap
dying
up
to know
your
your
conversation
list.
about Panther.
Yep,
So,
Pink
Pink
Panther.
Panther.
This is
Pink
what we're
Panther's
ending
on there.
The old ones are fantastic. Don't watch the fourth one.
Is that what you're talking about? The old ones with Peter Sellers?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I still like the first one.
the
Like
Steve
Martin-
Martin
no,
ones
the second one.
are
but I did
okay.
not like this.
They're okay. Okay, so real quick, everyone shout off one last movie you think
Oh, crap.
Everyone needs to see.
everyone needs to see.
Can we just agree as a group that all the Star Wars movies have to be on that list?
No.
You need to see them all.
Yes.
I
Okay.
would
You
not
do
say
have,
they all
you do
should
have
be
to see
yes.
them to enjoy them.
But
The
And then
Last
you can judge
Legion.
them thereof.
Last Legion's a
the
good
story
one.
still needs to be told, you know.
Last Legion.
I'm glad you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
I'm gonna do one that I still haven't seen either. That everyone will. The Matrix. Never seen
I
it.
didn't like The Matrix
People
either.
love it.
I've only
First
seen
one,
bits and pieces.
the first one's great. The second two, weird Jesus story. Sorry, just weird.
Reloaded and stuff. Weird Jesus story. All right, cool.
One of my favorites growing up was Unbreakable. Bruce
Okay.
Willis and Samuel Jackson.
I think I might have seen that one.
Is that the one that's
I don't think I've
supposedly
seen
the
that one.
fake old
Gla-
prequel to the new Split movie?
Yes.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, Split. They
Yeah, Split at
it's
the
the same
end, yeah.
universe.
I
They're
haven't seen
combine
Split.
them, and then
I'll
we're gonna
check it
have a
Oh.
sequel.
Yeah, there was
to
some giant
Unbreakable.
twist at the
Glass.
end, which people only knew if they saw Unbreakable.
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh.
So, yeah.
I'm a
So
big
I
fan
was
of
all
that.
Yeah,
like-
Bruce Willis's character shows up at the very end.
Cool.
All right.
Something that I feel that everybody should see.
Yeah.
The new Ghostbusters movie? I heard that was great.
One released in 1999. That was amazing. You know what? If it was a movie that I feel that everybody should see, and I haven't seen this in years because just of life, I don't think I can handle seeing it anymore. But I would say Frequency.
I think it was a good movie.
I loved Frequency.
I did like that
the
movie.
relationship that he had with his dad in that movie. Basically, he has a ham radio and he talks to his dad in the past.
Oh,
who
I've
passed
seen
away
that.
before.
Dennis
Okay,
Quaid.
I know what you're
And
talking
even-
about.
TV series.
Even as
Yeah,
my
TV
dad,
series failed horribly.
yeah,
in my
even
opinion.
as my relationship with my own dad, like you know,
he was the guy
as
that
he
played
aged,
the
it was
Count
hard to
in
watch,
Count
and so
of
now it'd
Monte
be nearly
Cristo.
impossible. But
Yeah. I just
it's
can't
on my
remember
top
Can't remember his
10
name.
list of everybody who
James
needs to see that
something.
movie.
James
I
Mangold.
remember that
Yeah.
movie.
I'm very good for trivia.
They played together really well.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
beautiful
their
acting.
chemistry was excellent.
He solved the
chemistry, I
murder
don't know if that's the
mystery,
right
and then
word,
his dad didn't end up dying. It was
Well, don't spoil the ending because it's
That doesn't spoil the ending.
that movie is how many years old? It's like a couple decades
yeah.
now.
That's true.
I
That's
can
There's a
top
lot that
that,
I haven't
okay?
seen.
I got spoiled on Game of Thrones at a freaking Muppet panel at Comic Con.
Do what?
okay. So that's fine.
I'm sorry. It's been 6 years since he's written the last book.
George R. R. Martin.
Yeah.
Okay, so last movie.
Game of Thrones starts on
I said it already. Last Legion.
Yeah, she
Last
did.
Legion,
She
she started.
Oh, okay. So is anyone missing?
Watch The Labyrinth.
with David Bowie.
Good movie.
Yes, hell yeah, David Bowie, the only person that can have a mullet.
That was
only
the first
supervillain
time as a
can
youth
pull off
that I
tights.
understood that there was
Randy,
some
I didn't
clothing
see
that should
Labyrinth
not
until
be
like
worn.
3 years
Except
ago,
for
and
that
I'm
was
regretting
not
those 2
him with
hours
the
of my
crystal
life.
ball.
That's sad.
I love it.
That wasn't him.
I feel like
It was some guy behind him sticking his arms through that did the crystal. He did that
Oh.
all blind, the guy,
Wow.
because his face was pressed up against David Bowie's back.
That's crazy.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
I think I need to rewatch that. I was
It
so
is a
awkward the
really
first time
good.
I watched it.
You know what?
How is that awkward? You just see Huggle
Labyrinth,
peeing
Labyrinth?
in a pond. That's the first appearance you see of him urinating in
I
a
will
pond.
say
This
the
might-
little squirrel dude's awesome, and that's about it.
This might touch some tender
Squirrel dude.
nerves, but I've always thought Muppets
Or maybe
were
he
some of
rides
the
a
best
squirrel?
graphics.
There's a
that
fox
movies have
guy,
ever
Sir
had,
Didymus.
because they're just so
Sir
Fight with
realistic.
right, then fight his
And if they
one.
do them right, they
Yeah,
do them the proper
Didymus
way.
is my favorite character.
I was like, the
Didymus
puppets
is
of the
awesome.
shit.
The movie sucked.
You know? Much
Little
better than
shop.
a
Yep.
choppy computer.
Oh, and the
animated
Dark Crystal.
graphics.
Nuh-uh.
I love the Dark Crystal.
Dark
I want
Crystal's
to figure out how to
awesome.
cosplay those
Well,
characters.
And they're doing the prequel for Netflix.
I heard that.
They're doing a whole TV series
I'm
that
worried.
leads up to the movie.
I'm worried about
Hanson's-
it. Son or
His
something.
son and Jim Henson team is working on it.
I'm still worried because
Oh,
it's you're
I've seen the
taking
trailer.
something
Episode
so
one.
amazing.
Don't talk about
Yeah.
that great and glorious movie.
I've seen the trailer. It looks fantastic.
I do want to
Alright.
see your husband as Jareth, so that would be funny.
Okay.
You know, I gotta-
When you
I
get in the
probably-
wig,
So
he'll do
you-
it if we
you've
dress
done
him
one?
up.
Trophies
I know
least
he will.
knowing. Oh yeah, yeah. Remember,
You've done one and
Unbreakable.
you broke. Yes, and you broke the rule of no
That's
Star
my
Wars.
Star Wars over here.
All right,
About to break
No.
something.
and you did yours.
Yep.
So mine is Dragon's Lair. Or Dragon Slayer, excuse me.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Dragons.
on the list,
Who's it?
Scott.
What is it? Obviously about someone who slays dragons.
Dragons. So the guy.
Dragon Heart.
So who's the
I
guy?
haven't seen
What is
Dragonheart.
it? Peter.
I've
What's
seen
his name?
Dragon.
He's in this second one, the second Ghostbuster movie. that worships the painting.
Oh yeah,
Peter-
His vehicle, Peter McNoyle.
Peter McNichol. He plays the main character.
1981?
Yeah. So he was a sorcerer's apprentice. The dragon ends up killing the wizard, and he has to go help slay the dragon.
Because it's been devouring girls.
Yes.
I've seen some footage from this.
Fantastic movie. Lots of fun.
It's on there. It's on the list now.
Right.
And we challenge you, listeners, to make your own list. There's so much amazing. There's so much amazing content out there that it's a crime. It's a shame to be looking for the next movie when we don't realize where we've come from.
And
and I'm trying to fix that up. So let us know what we can add to our list.
Yeah, let us know your list. What you think we should watch.
All your ideas would be welcome.
So
Send us your movies. Maybe we'll talk about them.
Ooh, yes. All right. With that said, we're out of here because we gotta go.
Bye.
It's starting to smell like Jim Locker.
time.
Where's the snort? Where's the snort?
And I ended the recording.
Just because the world is without fuel doesn't mean it can't burn. Union Forest has unleashed a dragon upon the world, and it's hungry. Henry Morgan has to save his brother and face the dragon. Check out The Shadows Above the Flames, written by our very own Daniel Swinton and published by Immortal Works. You can find your copies on Amazon, BarnesandNoble.com, or anywhere books are sold. So go get your copy today and find out what happens to Henry and Rick.